Okay, good evening, all.
Good evening. Good evening.
Let's celebrate Vivekananda's Jayanthi 2026 today, though it is held on 10th January. Okay, that day since you had various classes, examination. So today we are celebrating Vivekananda Jayanthi. Can anyone tell why Vivekananda Jayanthi we are celebrating? Why he is so famous? Can you tell me? Okay, I'll loudly tell. Vivekananda became very popular and famous once he went to Chicago and gave a spiritual lecture on our Hindu philosophy, also on yoga. Okay, and because of his fluent communication and expression of thought, he became very popular. Okay, otherwise, those days Indians were not given that much prominence in Western countries. But because of his very strong and communicative skill, everybody was become so silent and started listening and become Vivekananda sir became so popular. Okay. So to commemorate his Vivekananda Jayantis today, what we are going to do, since he is very famous and gave a expression of communication, today we'll have a short talk on the effective communication. Okay, it will be very helpful for especially students. And before I go to the communication skill training, I will just read out one of the famous quotes of Swamy Vivekananda, especially for children. Okay, students, arise, awake, stop not until the goal is reached. That means what you have to do, you should have so much of focus, and your goal is now what? Getting the best marks in the examination. Okay, so we have to focus on that, concentrate on the subject until you get a good marks in the coming examination. Okay, with that, let me start the communications. So, to commemorate the birth anniversary of Swamy Vivekananda, since he was very popular and he was very powerful communicator, we'll have a lesson on effective communication, which is very good and very important for students like you. Because once you have the very effective communication, you'll be successful in every aspect of life. Okay. So, I'll be giving a few tips on effective communication. Okay, what they are doing, they are also trying to communicate. Okay, so effective communication means what? It's a two-way communication. There is a communicator and there is a listener. Okay, there are two people involved in this exchange of information, which involves one party sending a message and other party receiving the message. Okay, when we talk, the words will have a 7% of good communication, only 7%. Our tone, the way we express, that contribute to almost 55% of good communication. Okay, and other important aspect is our body language. Body language also plays a very good role while we communicate to others. Okay. The sender, the person delivering the message. Okay, communication means it could be oral, it could be some message we send through various media like emails or WhatsApp, whatever it is. Okay, and the message, the information that needs to be shared. Receiver means the person the sender is communicating with, and afterwards we should have a feedback whether whatever we have communicated, whether it has reached the receiver properly, the way it was supposed to get communicated. Okay, so this is all about the communication skill. There is a sender. Okay, what he does, he communicates the information that he needs to share with others. Okay, and this is the matter material which he wishes to communicate, and he is the receiver who is going to receive the communication what the person intend to send, and ultimately the feedback means whether it is effectively communicated. ಇವಾಗ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, once it is understood by you, then the teacher whatever she has taught is effective, like that. Okay, so what we have to do while communicating, you should have the confidence of talking. You should be confident. You should not have any fear that whether I'm doing right or not, whether I'm telling something wrong. Even if one or two words, even if you tell something wrong, do not worry about it. Correct it. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. This is what I intend to tell. Okay, like that you have to correct yourself then and there without being fearful. Okay, and when we talk to other person, you should always have the eye contact. Okay, once you have the eye contact, once you have the body language, and the effective that communication will be more effective. Okay, and use appropriate volume for the conversation setting. Okay, so what does teacher do while communicating? While writing the formulas, what she will tell, she will stress more with a higher voice, so that you will remember that particular point and it will remain in your memory for longer. Okay, you should give stress, you should give a punch dialogue whenever that is necessary. Okay, and try to speak fluently and try to make sure people can hear when you speak. Okay, you should your volume also, you should not do all those things while I am talking, otherwise if you are not interested, I'll stop. Okay, so try to speak fluently and try to make that people can hear you. Okay, your voice should be so clear that it should be visible, audible. Okay, and once whatever you have communicated, have to give a pass and then find out whether they have understanding what you are trying to tell. Otherwise there is no point my talking something and you are not listening, whether you are concentrating somewhere else, or my communication is not effective. Okay, so you should get also the feedback from the receiver whether whatever I'm communicating, whether it is audible, whether you are understanding, like that. And a good speaker is also a good listener. That means after my talking, suppose I get a feedback from you. So whatever you are trying to tell, that time I should not interfere. I should listen carefully what you are trying to communicate. Okay. And do not interrupt or talk over the person. This is what I just told you. When I'm talking something, you should concentrate on what I'm talking instead of doing some other activity. Okay, you're a youngster, no problem, but these things you should understand and correct yourself in the future. Once you grow up, if you do like this, it will be very embarrassing. Okay, so with that, this is communication skill. This is very short I'm giving because of time constraint. Okay, now you will be talking about you. Yeah. Ayurveda. Yeah, speak.
So Ayurveda. Hi, my name is Anvika, and I am from Cluny Convent High School, Malleshwaram. My topic is about Ayurveda. So let's understand what is Ayurveda. Ayurveda is nothing but Ayurveda is a combination of two words. Ayo means life and Veda means knowledge or literature. So it means the knowledge of life. So what is Ayurveda about? So Ayurveda is an ancient treatment is an ancient medical treatment system which dates back to India's Valley civilization. Now, it is a very old medical system. Instead of chemical medicines like pills, syrups, tablets, etc., this medical system uses natural Ayurvedic herbs like lemon, ginger, black pepper, tulsi, honey, etc. Sure. So I would so lastly, Ayurveda is a kind of ancient treatment system which does not contain any side effects. It can just cure your diseases without any, any side effects. Thank you. I would like to thank the Vokkarane Seva Trust to give me this opportunity to speak. Once again, thank you very much.
Okay. Excellent. You spoke very well on Ayurveda. Congratulations. Keep practicing. Okay. And then do a good job. Be a good speaker. All the best. Okay, madam, kindly give them a moment of this one. Okay. ಬರ್ತಾ ನೀನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಾ ಇನ್ನು ನೀವು ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ